everybody, welcome to another edition of Falcons Corner. No hesitation today. Voice of the Falcons, Mike Ricker. Good guy to know, co-host Danny Berg, and then Dr. Tom, Professor Ferguson, SID, Touchdown Tom, behind the camera, on the camera.
Right? It's like riding a bike now that we realize we don't need to change anything. Not all change is good.
All right.
Back and better than ever.
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
You got your swagger back, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You do.
You figured it out.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or if you're
That's
watching,
why.
it's Thursday.
Yeah. Here we are.
Yes.
Easy.
All right. Speaking of swagger, volleyball clinches #1 seed in the Region 19 tournament. We get the host.
Yeah. Exciting. We don't have to travel anywhere. We don't have to send anybody on the road. More
Yep.
importantly, the girls don't have to worry about getting up super early, getting on the road. And, we host October 28th.
Yep.
The good news about volleyball, weather shouldn't be an issue.
Will not be an issue.
So we know that we'll be playing on the 28th. And I don't know that the seeds officially came out or who plays into
But it
our
doesn't matter
tournament.
because it's here.
It's here, and we know that we're going to play at 11 a.m.
Yes.
against whoever the 4th seed is.
Right, which is perfect. They locked that up with their 3-1 victory against Delaware Tech last Saturday.
Yep.
They dropped the second set of set 1, 3, and 4.
Nice.
So it was,
That's huge. Didn't even make the playoffs last year.
Yep.
Coach Morgan's second year here, you could just tell what she's been able to do
with all first-year players. Too.
with all first-year players. So hopefully we keep them. We sprinkle in some new recruits, and I think we're on our way. I mean, you're the #1 seed and you're hosting.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good run.
Yes, Falcons were led by Nadia Toth, who was our athlete of the week.
That's right, yeah. She was second on the team. I think she had 15 kills, but she also had 14 digs. And she has really come on the last couple weeks or so.
Right, and when she was injured a little bit earlier on, so I think she's fully healthy and stuff too, and she's been in the weight room working and getting back at it.
She's kind of provided a nice like third option between her, Angie Fuentes, and Gabrielle Gomez. Like to have like those three that you can kind of go to, 3 options. It really helps, and she's been really great defensively. She's gotten a couple service aces too. Like she has kind of provided in a lot of different ways.
Right.
That's helped the team out a lot.
And kind of a local girl.
Yeah,
just up the road.
From Lackawanna Trail, East Benton. You know.
So, are you going to talk to her?
That's the plan. I got to figure it out, but yes.
All right. Well, they are in the weight room today, Ferg, if that helps you.
What time are they in the weight room today?
They're in the weight room at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Unless it's canceled for any reason, but I don't foresee that happening.
Good. Okay.
Right? And she's usually there early, Tom, so you could maybe get that taken care of fast.
I like that. Okay.
All right. Good. So congratulations to volleyball.
Congrats.
That will be Regions Championship will be on LackawannaFalcons.com/live.
Yes, sir.
A volleyball Tom broadcast.
Yeah, and we still have their final regular season matchup this Saturday, against Manor College at 11 a.m.
Right.
So, kind of like their last tune-up before maybe some well-deserved rest.
Yes.
Anybody who's banged up, and I think them being in the weight room, like you just said, really makes a true difference.
It does.
Even in season.
It does. Yep.
Like a lot of teams stop doing it in season.
Right.
You need that for the maintenance component.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I can't agree more with you. That might have been the most intelligent thing you've said on the history of this show.
It is, and it's true. And it's not always the easiest to get the buy-in.
Right.
But we try to do that at other places, not just lifting in the off season and then hurry up and stop. But I think that's paying major dividends for them.
Yes. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds for them. Yes. And then since we were talking about last Saturday, we could talk about football last Saturday.
Yeah.
Because football was victorious again against Hocking College, homecoming rain event.
Miserable day.
It's Saturday, so of course it rained.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, it was like a steady rain, but it wasn't like the torrential 45-minute downpour, 5-minute off.
Right. It was
downpour like the previous week.
Yeah,
right.
It was just a steady rain.
Right. But fortunately, we were dry.
Yes.
So
yes, some of us, since we're very important, we got to keep the talent dry.
Yeah.
Talent dry. Yes, exactly. But 31-5 victory. Hamas did his thing at quarterback, and 3 TDs to P.D. Tucker.
All pretty incredible catches on that. At some point, some
the second one I thought was the most the most impressive, kind of diving towards the pylon. We'll show it here on Falcons Corner, diving towards the pylon on a tough pass to the angle and managed to catch it, drag his feet, and get the ball across the pylon. That was nice.
Yep. And Perez had over 100 yards again, so he's creeping closer to the all-time rushing mark here at the school.
Yeah.
So they got 3 big opponents left. So.
400 yards away.
He's right now, he's about 421, something like that. He's at 1,988 for his career. He is 8 behind Donnie Jackson Bay, who, of course, was a part of the original Falcons team in '93, and he had 1,996 for his career. And then Alan Jones from '98, and then he played again in 2000, where he really took off 2,409 yards in his career. So still got a way to go, but he's creeping close. He's 12 yards away from 2,000 yards for the career.
He's on the list.
He's already over 1,000 for the season. It's the first time since 2008 we've had a 1,000-yard rusher here, so pretty impressive. Yeah.
Wow.
We've had a couple guys come close.
Yeah. Like, just thinking about all the talented
not since
backs along with the linemen.
Well, yeah, that's it too. Yeah.
Not since Alan Singletary, I believe it was.
Right.
We had a 1,000-yard rusher.
Wow.
All right. Well, awesome. Unexpected bye week this upcoming week.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 more games left to do it, and the Falcons got 3 more weeks to get 3-0.
Well, latest rankings came out. We dropped 2 spots despite winning. So maybe that'll stick in the craw of everybody else and maybe give us a little extra motivation next week when you go out to Snow for a big matchup on the NJCAA Game of the Week on ESPN+.
Right, yeah, and we'll talk about more of that next week, but a nice victory for the Falcons football.
Yeah, almost a 30-point victory, and you drop 2 in the standings.
Right.
That's usually what
and
happens.
And credit to Hocking, they played. They're I think Hocking's 1-7 now, but they're not a bad team and they play hard.
Talking to Josh afterwards, he's kind of been helping a little bit there, and he said that they had a really good defensive game plan and was something they weren't necessarily expecting, and they did a good job. Even though Therese had 100, he had to work for it. And they defended them pretty well. It's just offensively they didn't have it, and the numbers aren't there yet, but Hocking has always been traditionally, especially the last couple of years, has been a little tougher for us to play against. So you kind of knew something like that was going to happen.
Yeah, but a win is a win, and
that's
we'll take it. Yeah. And I know the ultimate goal is obviously Final Four, but a bowl berth would be fantastic.
We'd be fine with that too.
Would be fantastic stuff. So let's take a break, and then we'll air your Nadia interview, and we'll come back and finish up what's going on in the fall.
We'll do the Nadia interview. We're also going to air the interview with Mark Volk.
Oh, so you're going to get to see me going into the bathroom?
We might edit that out. I don't know.
What?
Maybe we'll leave yours.
You can circle it.
But you don't know that it's a bathroom. It could just be like, here's the stairwell to go downstairs.
Yeah, it could.
See people looking.
Well, no, I mean, it's nature.
You're kind of taking the magic away
from the bathroom when you drink a soda.
Yeah, this is all going to get cut.
But we had a good opportunity to talk to Colonel Volk at halftime. We honored him before the game, gave him a jersey, because he didn't really get a retirement party when he left the college. So this past weekend was kind of his retirement party, his tour, if you will.
Friday night was a great event.
Yep.
Down at 409 where we dedicated the student-run restaurant dining room.
Yep.
And he even said that night, when he retired, he didn't want anything ever named after him, and I think whoever was speaking said you didn't want a building, so that doesn't mean we can't do a room or something along those lines. Or didn't want that attention. That's not who he is, and I don't think anybody in that leadership role really truly is.
Right.
But
it's what you have to. It's what you need to do.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was a great event.
Yeah.
And then followed up with, like you said, on Saturday before the game. So.
Yeah, and I got a chance to talk to him at halftime, so we'll air that interview here, and hopefully we'll talk to Nadia as well. So it's going to be a nice long episode today.
And in case anyone's wondering, I did wash my hands after I used the bathroom during that interview. Proper hygiene. I got to teach it all the time.
Yes,
wash them up nice, soap, dry them off.
Did you sing happy birthday while you did it?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
My ABCs.
Yes. I do that when I brush my teeth too, Tom.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right, good.
He sings while he brushes his teeth.
Yes. All right, we'll be back in the Falcons Corner. Take flight.
Going to college is a lot more than just about getting an education. It's a life experience.
It's personal growth.
Connections that last a lifetime.
It's memories that are everlasting and experiences that you could have never imagined. It's an education that will change your life forever.
This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
So welcome back. It is halftime here at Lackawanna College, and it's 24-5 Falcons in front. I'm Tom Ferguson, and I'm joined now by our former president here at Lackawanna College, Colonel Mark Volk, joining us first of all, thanks so much. I know the weather didn't necessarily cooperate on this weekend for you, but thanks for coming out today.
Oh, my pleasure. This is football weather, right?
Right? You know,
absolutely.
it makes sense that's going on. You know, it's got to be weird for you because you left the college 3 years ago, and yet they still want to throw you a party to kind of celebrate that, right?
They'll do anything to throw a party, just to even invite me back.
Any excuse. What has the last couple, 24 hours, even more so, kind of been for you to come back, certainly see some of the, not that you've never really left, you still kind of make it back for Lackawanna College games and whatnot, but to kind of see some old faces and some of the people that were with the college when you worked here a few years ago?
It's tremendous. The best part about the college, two real facets are the staff, the faculty, the administration, the people that I worked with. And a lot of the team is still here, and people that have left came back. Many of them came back last night as well. And then to see students, work with the students. I see the culinary students a lot because we come into the restaurant all the time. But there's some other people, there's a young lady who's a cheerleader now who was in the college as a student when I was president, and then she left after getting her associates. Now she's back getting her baccalaureate. So, so it's really nice to just kind of catch up with people and see what's going on and see how tremendous the college is continuing to do.
Right. When you came to Lackawanna College back in, was it 2004?
2004.
Yeah, so what have you seen change from that point even to now after having been out for a few years? What have you seen grow from then as far as the institution is concerned?
We've certainly grown our enrollment. We're peaking close to 2,000 at this point, which is pretty tremendous. And we were at a point where, we were the fastest growing private college in the country, which is pretty amazing when you think of Scranton here. But, all of the programs that have added and the maturation of those programs, our nursing program that we started a few years back, expansion of centers, moved into Towanda, the reinvigoration of the petroleum and natural gas program, those types of things. So really, it's just tremendous to watch what continues to go here, and the focus on the mission, which is something that has been a hallmark of the school for many years. We're all about helping students, helping students to achieve, and we do that here through the football program as well. But it's really our academics that are the big focus for us.
What was it that when you left the service? What was it that kind of made you want to get into higher education, and then certainly, obviously, landed here at Lackawanna College? What was that?
This is a lesson in connections, right?
Right.
And so the president that I replaced, Ray Angeli, was my ROTC instructor back at the University of Scranton many years ago. And as I was approaching retirement, Ray reached out to me a few years in advance and said, "Hey, the college is growing. I need somebody who understands how I think."
Right.
He was a retired Army officer as well, and so so that was the opportunity to come back. And it's funny because I absolutely love the Army. I miss it every day. But I miss the college every day too.
Yeah.
The mission is just tremendous. The students are amazing. The dedication of the people that work here, the faculty, the staff, just as much as they try and do. All of our coaches and everything that they try and do to make our students, our athletes successful. It's just pretty amazing and something really special to be a part of.
And you and Ray obviously worked for years together, and then you, like you said, you eventually replaced him. What goes into that transition? Because you certainly want to put your own stamp on what you think the college should be, but also someone like Ray who had done so much and seen so much growth there. Yeah. How do you kind of manage where you want to keep what he's doing, but you also want to put your own stamp on what you wanted the college to do moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of kind of looking where was our need at the time, and when Ray came in, we were really struggling financially. Mm-hmm. Ray did a tremendous job of righting that ship. Went from the point where we were in debt about $1 million to now having, coming out of it and being financially stable with new buildings, new construction that we were doing. I had the opportunity to kind of focus on the academics, and kind of build the team, build my own succession, but to focus on program expansion, new programs, focus on the academics, and just kind of sync all those programs. And that helped us here in football. It helped us in other athletic programs as well, because not only could we then send out good athletes, but we sent out good students as they moved on. And so I think that for me that was a good hallmark. The other thing too is Ray and I both came out of professions where you had to have a succession plan. You never knew when you weren't going to be there in the next second.
Sure.
So you had to have a couple deep behind you of people who understand how you thought, where your focus was. And you always have your own little change. But you focus on the mission, and I think that's really what we have all done. Jill does that as well. What's the mission of the college? Does everybody understand that? And if we invest and if we focus on the mission, which is really on our students, then we're doing the right thing.
Right. We're talking with Colonel Mark Volk, former Lackawanna College president, joining us here on LackawannAFalcons.com/live. Halftime here against Hocking College. How have you seen the students, even the students maybe change from when you started to versus when you left in 2020? Obviously, everything had changed by 2020 at that point, but even just, how technology advanced and how students kind of interact with the faculty, how did you see that change?
Yeah, we've added a lot of technology into our classrooms. That's always part of it. We moved to an online environment in many of our programs, and certainly the COVID era pushed us into that,
right,
exclusively for a while. But we had begun that process, so it wasn't as hard of a transition. Not every student, though, excels in that online environment. Many do, and so we always had to keep that in mind. But certainly there has been that development of technology. I've seen the students, too, as we've added baccalaureate degrees. You now have a maturity in some of your classrooms that's a little bit different and just puts a different dynamic and spin on what goes in. Those 2 extra years, it allows us to do things in the dorms, too, where you have RAs that before, you kind of have a sophomore overlooking a sophomore. It doesn't, necessarily work so well. But now we have those opportunities, and so the college is, just the growth. I'm pleased. I'm amazed. I'm honored to have been part of it, and just thrilled to see it all continue.
And was it helpful in your time to have someone, maybe even like Coach Mark Duda, as far as someone who's been with the college and certainly been with the program since the start and understands what his potential student athletes are looking for and how to bring them in?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, he and I, as did Ray, and I know Jill and he do too, had a tremendous relationship. And for me, I always had an open door policy. Mark knew he could come in and talk to me anytime, and sometimes we had hard conversations, and sometimes, but he always had the focus on the students, and he as much as he wants to win, and he wants to win every time he walks out on that field, but he also understands the other side of it. It's important, to teach the discipline. It's important to focus on the academics. When we started putting some rigor into the academics, really kind of necking down the athletic programs, it hit football pretty hard. And I know some of his fellow coaches within NJCAA said, you're never going to field a bowl level team again, because the kids just aren't going to do it. It took us about 2 or 3 years to really kind of build back again. But once the students understand, when the athletes understand that this is, there's a line you can't cross. Then they understand it. And if they want to play, then you've got to focus on the academics just as much as you focus on the athletics. So Mark has been tremendous at you look around, how lucky was I, was Ray, is Jill to have an individual of that quality leading this team.
So what are you doing now in your time off and your time away from the college? How are you keeping yourself busy?
I'm enjoying retirement a lot. It's little projects around the house and a lot of reading and catching up and doing some traveling. I think we're going to start doing a little bit more now. Kind of have been taking care of aging parents and things like that, and so we're at that point where we got a little more freedom. And my wife and I, we joined the ski club.
Okay.
I don't know whether you heard the ski club.
No, I don't think I know that one.
Spend the kids' inheritance. So we're working on that real hard.
Well, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on with us here at halftime. Colonel Mark Volk, former Lackawanna College president, joining us here. It's homecoming and not the greatest weather, but we're happy to have you along and happy to have some football to watch in front of us,
and I'm thrilled. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be back with more. It's halftime here at Lackawanna College. It's Lackawanna Football, LackawannAFalcons.com/live.
Awesome.
Each one of us has a dream. The challenge in today's world is how to achieve it. Now, more than ever, that's the case. Don't fall behind on your dreams or your college education. You can take your general education classes in English, math, and social science locally at Lackawanna College. Our credits transfer to most colleges so you won't fall behind. Call Lackawanna College today to find out how you can stay home, stay safe, and still pursue your college education. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
Hey, it's Tom Ferguson, Sports Information Director with Lackawanna College, and we're here with our Lackawanna College Athlete of the Week, Nadia Toth, joining us from Lackawanna College Women's Volleyball. Nadia, thanks so much for joining us.
Congrats on me.
Athlete of the Week, and congrats on the recent success you guys have been on. How did that feel going down to Delaware Tech, knowing that a win clinches your spot in the playoffs, and you guys come out with a pretty impressive performance on the road?
It was really great to win, and we were all going in there wanting to win and wanting to play as a team and better ourselves.
Right.
And now we're ranked #1 in the region. So.
Right. How does that feel? I mean, you guys, especially all you guys are freshmen or first years coming in and knowing where the team was last year and what you needed to do to get your team to this point to make such a quick turnaround. How does that feel for you guys?
It feels really great to be the ones to actually come in and be the ones to change the program, because they haven't had many successful seasons.
Right.
And now we're finally all coming together and playing really well.
Right. And your play has certainly kind of elevated these last few weeks as well. You've gotten healthy a little bit. What do you think has been clicking for you?
Personally, I think that getting switched to outside has been really helping me personally, because for middle, I wasn't really hitting as well as I'd like to be.
Right.
And now getting moved to outside, I feel like I'm just hitting a lot better and being more confident in my play.
Right. And it seems like that's also bleeding over not just to your offense, but your digs have gone up.
Yes.
And even your service game has improved as well. Yeah. I mean, what seems to be, is it just kind of just that confidence that's leaking in?
I think so. I think it's just coaches having faith in me, putting me in the full rotation. It's just helping my confidence and helping me just perform better altogether.
Right. And how does playing with other talented players like Angelique and certainly Gabby as well, having those options, how do you think that helps on offense for you guys?
I think it's really good because we have a lot of strong hitters for offense, so we have a lot of options, and no matter where Maddie sets the ball, we always know that it's going to be a good hit coming off of it.
Right. And what has been clicking for you guys these last few weeks? I know the beginning of the year was kind of tough, and you guys had a nice run, and it's been kind of back and forth, but you got that 5-set win against Montgomery. Mm-hmm. You go down and beat Delaware Tech. What do you think has been working for you guys that has kind of breeded that success?
I think that our energy is definitely playing into it a lot, because in the beginning of the season, we were still kind of getting used to each other, and now we're all starting to get used to playing with each other and get used to talking more on the court.
Absolutely.
And just playing together as a team.
So we're talking with Nadia Toth, our Athlete of the Week here from Lackawanna College Women's Volleyball. So Nadia, you're kind of local, East Benton, not too far away, right? Lackawanna Trail. How did you get here to Lackawanna College?
Well, Shelby actually coached my travel team for one tournament, and then I knew her from that.
Sure.
And then she was reaching out to me, and then I decided that now's a good time to continue playing volleyball.
Right.
And the school has a great program now.
Right.
So.
Right. What are you studying here at Lackawanna College?
Originally, I was studying cardiac sonography, but I'm thinking about switching my major.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do? Are you kind of up in the air now as far as what you want to do beyond college or what you want to do with a degree?
Well, now I'm a little more interested in the police academy, so
okay.
I might switch over into that.
Okay. All right. And obviously, if you move on to a 4-year school, is volleyball still something you want to try to pursue?
Yes, definitely.
Right.
I feel like I've been playing volleyball for 6 or 7 years now, and I just love it, and I love getting to play it.
How has the bonding been with you guys? Because you're all first years, you're all kind of going through this together for the first time. How has the bonding been with the team?
The bonding with the team has been really good. In the beginning, we were still trying to get used to each other, but now I feel like we've all just grown so close together.
Right. Who on the team is kind of the most intense, the most serious when it comes to it?
Definitely Gabby.
Okay.
She just has a strong personality,
right.
And she's always just serious about the game and just wanting to improve and wanting the team to do well.
Who is kind of the cheerleader, the person that's getting everybody pumped up?
Definitely Zalia.
Okay.
She always is ready to give us pep talks and just get our energy up when we need it most.
Is Zalia also the one who seems to be, I don't want to say the jokester, but someone who kind of lightens the mood too?
Yes, definitely.
she just gives off that vibe, you know?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to here? You got one more match coming up against Manor this upcoming Saturday, the final regular season match, and then the region tournament. Obviously, we know what the ultimate goal is, but what do you want to see out of yourself and out of your teammates?
Honestly, I just want to see us play together, play hard, and just have a great finish to the season.
Right. Well, that's what we're hoping for
Yeah.
too, for sure. So congratulations on Athlete of the Week.
Thank you.
We're hoping for more success on Saturday, and then certainly in the region tournament. We'll see what happens. Get a W, right?
Yes.
That's what we're hoping for. So thanks to Nadia for joining us. This is Falcons Corner with our Athlete of the Week. We'll be back with more. Take flight.
Imagine the innovator you could be tomorrow with an innovative education today from Lackawanna College. Our Level Up program puts high school students on an early college pathway for an easier college transition and faster degree attainment at a dramatically lower cost. That's why Fast Company named us one of the world's most innovative companies. With an education from Lackawanna College, imagine where you'll be tomorrow. This is life-changing. This is Lackawanna College.
We are back on the Falcons Corner, voice of the Falcons, Mike Ricker, good guy, the no co-host, Danny Berg, and then all his titles, Volleyball Ferg and Volleyball Tom.
VBT?
Yes.
VBT.
Side out Ferg.
Side out Ferg.
Yeah, we'll
all
see.
right,
We'll see. We'll think of something
We'll think
for next
after
week.
the season's over.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it should have been.
But thanks to Nadia for talking, I hope.
If not, it was a great interview with
But at
Colonel
least,
Volk.
and if no one has had a chance to talk or listen to Colonel Volk, when you listen to that interview, you know why he's so respected at the college and still is and stuff too. So, thanks to him for everything he's done for the school and athletic department over his tenure here. So, awesome job. For a good job with that too.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. Not your first time.
No.
Second time. Third.
All right.
All right, good. Soccer. Women's soccer has ended.
Women's soccer
season is over. They wrapped up their season last week. A shutout loss at Essex.
Correct.
Yep. Essex is decent. Our girls competed again. Madison McGowan was great in goal again. Hopefully get her at least some opportunities and whatnot. And thanks to them and for competing and helping us at least get a team out there.
Yeah.
I think that's the big deal. You can't say, hey, you didn't compete for an entire season while you're trying to build it.
Right.
Especially after a program that's already been established. It's different if it's a new one.
Right.
Still kind of new, but Coach Bederka, Eric, we tasked him with getting the team on the field, and he did his best to do that. And we were able to get our conference games played,
right?
Which is big,
right?
Not the results that we wanted, but the results of them being on the field are
I think was more
beyond expectations.
And
he's currently out recruiting right now at a bunch of high school games. I know tonight he's going to see one of the Wyoming Valley schools teams play. So I know that he's out there and really trying to start building up for next year.
I've seen lots of posts from Coach Bederka already, trying to reach out to different soccer groups and whatnot about where he's going to be, so he's definitely being proactive about it.
Yeah, so looking forward to it.
And then men's soccer still
playing.
Still playing.
Still rolling.
They're going to be playing on the 19th against Frederick. They're hitting the road for their last regularly scheduled contest.
Right.
And then the weekend of the 28th, we'll be heading out to Mercer County Community College. Mercer is the #1 seed, so they're hosting the Region 19 tournament.
Yep.
It's like a sub-district, really, or sub-regional.
Right.
Where Mercer's the 1 seed, we're the 2 seed.
Right.
Massasoit Community College out of Massachusetts will be the 3, and then Essex will be the 4. So we have a matchup at least against someone we haven't played already.
Right.
Essex and Mercer played to a 1-0 match earlier in the season. We lost to Mercer 3-1.
Right.
We beat Essex 4-0.
Right.
So that's on the 28th, and I think they get through tomorrow healthy. Some of the guys are banged up, I know. It's a long season.
Yeah.
A lot of games, short period of time at some points. They'll get some well-deserved rest, and we'll head out to Mercer on the 28th for a 12:30 kickoff. So
but they're playing well at the right time. They've won 6 of 7. They beat Penn State Schuylkill 7-1 last week on the road, and as we said, they're playing down in Frederick, which that'll be a good test for them because usually the schools down in Maryland are pretty tough and give them a good gauge as to where they need to be for next week.
Yeah. Yep. So that's where we're looking, and that's our fall season.
It's all the fall sports.
And then men's, women's basketball,
and wrestling is still
all
ongoing.
Practicing, all ongoing.
They got men and women got scrimmages coming up this week and stuff
week.
too. So so there'll be in some game action.
Yeah.
So it'll be exciting to see, what they put on the court and how they do.
Mm-hmm.
But best of luck to everybody.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Sounds good.
Study hall.
Study hall's
coming in.
And then you got some work.
I got to drive down the street.
I got to go sit behind a desk.
All right.
Ferg,
you got to teach today?
Yeah. No, not today. Tomorrow.
He's got to put all this together.
But I got to do this. So
the big guy and the medium guy are off the next 2 days. We're good.
That's right.
Nothing
Just
put it out. No edits. Just click it in and let's go.
Send it.
Yeah, send it. And we'll see everyone we're going to be off until when do they come back? Friday?
They're not really off. They're just not here. So that's off. They're off for us.
Off campus.
Off campus.
Yeah.
Right,
So as far as they know, we're here all day. Right? Is that how that works?
Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, we tease. They know we do our job, right?
Yeah. Well, we're here.
We're here.
Like, this is super.
As far as they're concerned,
you can hear all the doors closing.
Yeah,
and things. So that just means we really got to go though.
All right. All right. We'll see you next week in the Falcons Corner. Take care.